All right. For my first interaction for the Global Learning Project, I met with Margie, who is from Puerto Rico, and I met her in my HDFS class. And basically, she told me about what high school through elementary school is like, elementary through high school. And it's surprisingly different from America, but I mean, they have their similarities too. So um, basically, they start off in kindergarten and then they have a graduation. I didn't have a graduation when I graduated kindergarten, I just went to first grade. And then elementary school is first through sixth, and then they have another graduation. And then sixth through ninth grade is middle school, so my middle school was sixth through eighth. And then high school is grades 10, 11, and 12. And through kindergarten and high school, whether you go to a private school or a public school, you have to wear uniforms, which I was surprised about because mostly people that go to private schools wear uniforms, like magnet schools. I didn't ever have to wear a uniform. There's also no placement tests in Puerto Rico or standardized testing at all. Like we take the ACT and what is it called? The SAT. I never had to take that. But they don't have anything like that at all. So when you apply to college, you just give them your GPA and then you write your paper, and then that's how they decide if you get in or not. And the three things that worried Margie, language classes. They all have to take language classes. That's the same in America. And their exams were stressful, and any like oral type of presentations in a different language are always hard for her. She didn't take English, but she learned English when she came to America. And then the three things that she looked forward to during the day were lunches. Apparently the lunches in Puerto Rico are not comparable to the high school lunches that we have in America. They're like home cooked and fresh food. There's like no preservatives. It's not frozen. And apparently it's really good and warm and not, you don't have to, I don't know. She didn't have to pack it, and it was still a good lunch. She also enjoyed her free time, and like going to the library is what she would do to hang out with her friends. If they didn't have class together, they would meet up in the library apparently during like the school day. And they don't have sports like we do in America. And the two main sports that they have are what is it? Oh, volleyball and basketball. They don't have a football team, which was surprising because football is like the biggest sport at every high school in America, but they don't care about American football at all. The only American sport that they really do care about apparently is baseball. Baseball. And in high school, if you want to be on a sports team there, you most likely will have to be in a club, like one that's not affiliated with the high school. I mean, I only played high school sports with a club coach that was also the high school coach, so I don't know. I cannot relate to that. The typical day for Margie was breakfast, and then she'd have her first few classes, and then a little break, like a study hall kind of, and then gym class, lunch with the good lunches, classes, and then she'd go home, eat, shower, homework, and then she'd go to her gymnastics club that wasn't part of school, and then she would just like watch movies or something, or TV when she got back, and then go to bed, and do the same thing over again. So she went to a private, like, what's it called? 7-day Adventist elementary school, and then, so like most people go to a private school for elementary school, and then you go to public through middle school and high school. The school day started at 8 to 3 o'clock, and then she didn't have a job during school. She was a lifeguard. That's it. But it was like during the school day, during like gym periods. Alright, that's the differences between American schools and Puerto Rican high schools. So for my thoughts and feelings during our conversation that we had, um, I was kind of surprised by the differences. I didn't realize that there were high schools out there that didn't really have sports. But other than that, it seems pretty similar to the American high schools. I mean, they all had to take history, English, I guess not English, like writing, and then math and science. It's basically the same. And they had periods. It wasn't a super long day. It was pretty similar to American schools, so didn't have that any type of crazy reactions. There wasn't super shocked by really anything. It's pretty close. If I learned anything from our conversation about the difference between high school in Puerto Rico and high school in America, it's that Americans definitely value test taking skills more than they do there because they don't have standardized tests there. The way that you get into college there is by looking at your GPA and then looking at an essay that you write. They value work ethic over test taking skills, and America does look at your GPA and they also look at your essays, but the ACT and the SAT are so important here, like that one test that you take, and I just don't think it really shows how you're gonna do in college. And I like comparing my friends that were so smart and then didn't do so well on the ACT. It just doesn't really make sense to me. And so American culture definitely values that. And I would say the standardized testing is the biggest difference within the cultures. Puerto Rico does not have it. And that's the difference.